So, good morning, everybody. I am Hosty and Acxra, and I am with
Acxra.
So we're doing this at 2 o'clock in the morning his time, and 4 in the morning at his time. And
3 at my time.
Oh, it's actually 3. Okay. So you're an hour ahead of me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. So we've decided to kind of take a break from the adventures of Kinera Baxter and Child Savior to focus on this fanfiction in particular, which I've read all 19 chapters of this, and it's not bad. It's just really boring, in my opinion. The grammar is okay. It's not as cringy as, Child Savior.
I'm just wondering, how boring do you think this, like, Charles Dickens boring, or like, less so or more so?
It's just... Okay, so this story is technically a request, but it's just, to me, I feel like the author just didn't have any interest in dealing with this request. So I don't even think the author was really interested in doing this story in particular. But, I guess my judgment will change when we read this. So who wants to read first?
I guess I will.
Alright, go for it.
It was a beautiful winter's afternoon, and I was on my way back to Pontypandy on Mercury. After spending all day in Newtown, undergoing some intense advanced winter rescue training, Chief Fire Officer Boyce had really pushed me, and the 5 local lead firefighters who had been sent to the complete course to our utmost limits. Now I was tired, but I was also very eager to get home again before the next snow.
You know how to read, you promise.
This is how tired I am. Before the next snowstorm hit, I could see it approaching on the horizon behind Pontypandy Mountain in the distance. I was enjoying the beauty and silence around when the radio came to life. Station Officer Steele, the fireman, said, "Hear you loud and clear, sir," I replied. "Are you on your way back yet?" "Yes, sir. I left Newtown about 15 minutes ago." "Good, because the sandstorm is blowing in quickly. You didn't see Trevor's bus in Newtown, did you?" "No, sir." "Did he go there?" Arnold said he was intending to travel there, because some of the women wanted to go to the post-Christmas sales. "I see. Well, if I see him on my way back, I'll let him know about the storm, sir." "Good. See you soon, then. Out." Continue on my way, driving quickly but safely to suit the conditions. I was about halfway back to Pontypandy when the accident happened. The fox came out of nowhere. It leapt over the stone wall and dashed across the road directly in front of me. I instinctively swerved from Mercury to avoid hitting the fox, but Mercury skidded in the icy snow, and she hit the stone wall on the right, hard. The force of the impact sent me flying through the air. I landed heavily in the middle of the road on my left-hand side. My left arm took the full force of my weight. I heard a sickening crack immediately before I blacked out.
I just want to point out that this ATV was doing 30, and I'm like, how fast do you have to go to do all that? Remember,
I don't know.
I'm a game dev in training, and that's a physics flaw, and I'm so OCD about that shit. I'm not gonna dwell on it. A sharp bolt of pain brought me back to consciousness. With a heavy groan, I slowly blinked open my eyes, and I looked around. I was lying on my back in the middle of the road, so the first thing I saw was the sky. It had darkened significantly, and the first snowflakes were just starting to fall. Looking to my left, I saw Mercury. She was standing up against the wall, tipped over on her left side. The engine had cut out on impact, so there was no noise. But I could see a thin column of smoke coming from the engine. Can I just put a counter for the number of commas that are used in a sentence? So we have and, right? Now we have commas that we have to worry about. Oh my god, I take back what I said about the grammar. Why are there so many commas? I don't understand. Bits of plastic from her broken headlights lay strewed all around her, and her right foot. Did we just assume Mercury's gender? I'll have you know I sexually identify as an ATV. God.
Have you know I sexually identify? Helicopter. I'm not an ATV, I'm a helicopter. Fuck's sake.
Did you just assume my gender? Triggered. This is what us recording at odd times does to us. We just find random shit to laugh at. Bits of plastic from her broken headlights lay strewed all around her, and her front wheel arch was badly damaged. I better douse the engine before it ignites. I attempted to set up, but I know how to read, I promise. I attempted to sit up, but I ended up screaming in agony as a terrific bolt of pain shot from my left forearm. I nearly fainted when I looked at it. The sleeve of my uniform was soaked with blood. My blood. You know what? I want to point out something. Do you see the rating of this story?
What?
Okay, so go back up to the description of the story. Tell me what the rating is.
Rated fiction K+.
You picked a fine time to be a dumbass.
Why is it a fiction K+ when there's mentioning of the word blood? And when there's actual blood? It should be a T. I'm just pointing that out.
Oh, I'm dying, kids. Please watch me die in agony.
just, you know, I'm just pointing that shit out.
I have an entire windshield through my chest, and I'm bleeding out of every orifice, but please watch me die.
And, continuing. And I can see a couple of bones sticking up at a horrendous angle. Okay. That is definitely not rated K.
It's K.
I need to step away from the laptop for a minute. I just need to step away.
A K for KYS. Kill yourself.
In a plug, suck a pipe of exhaust, make some toast in the tub, nail yourself to a cross, hold your breath till it's gone, drink a gallon of mace, be gay in Iran, let Oprah sit on your face, jump off of a bridge, skinny dip in a flood, skydive attached to a fridge, drink a Haitian guy's blood, bring you to the zoo, give the tiger a shove, eat a Phillips head screw, marry Courtney Love.
It's rated K. Why is this rated K?
It's rated K for kill yourself.
No. Wouldn't it be rated KYS? Jesus Christ. I couldn't actually see the bones, thank goodness. Again, worst offender for the number of commas that are used in a sentence. But I could see them pushing the material up into a tent shape. Great fires of London! What am I gonna do now? I can't move, and that engine could explode at any moment. I clutched at the snow in my right hand in a vain attempt to ease the pain. That's it! Snow! If I can throw a few snowballs into the engine bay, it should be enough to cool it down. It is your turn to read, Acxra.
I tried to form a snowball with one hand, but it didn't work. No, that's completely useless. But it looks like the smoke is dispersing, so hopefully the engine will ignite. Okay, I need to worry about my arm now. I don't have a tourniquet, so what else can I use to stem the bleeding? Looks like it's slow. But I need to stop it completely. I wonder if the snow would work. The icy snow would freeze it completely, which isn't what I want, but the fresh powdery snow might be enough. I began to carefully pack fresh snow around my broken arm. The cold helped ease the pain, so at least the effort wasn't wasted. Right, time to summon help. I won't have any mobile reception out there, so my phone is useless. And I doubt Mercury's wireless radio to my helmet would survive the crash. On to the front. I reached up to my chest to unclip my handheld radio, only to discover that I wasn't there. No. Where is it? Looking around desperately, I saw the yellow radio sticking out from beneath a fresh layer of snow well out of my reach. I immediately felt sick. No. What on earth am I going to do now? Okay. Don't panic. Took some deep breaths to try and calm myself, but it wasn't easy. I felt my belt pouches to see what else I could use to raise the alarm. The only thing I had was that was any use with my torch.
Is it a grammatical error, or is it just like you just fucking up because you're tired?
I think my brain's shutting down.
Your dyslexia is kicking in?
But my brain's just like, nope, not today.
Dude, fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright. I have a couple of flares in Mercury's locker, along with a blanket. If I can only reach them, but I can't move my arm or I'll make it worse. Not that it really can be any worse. It's so cold. Stay awake. Need to stay awake. I groaned as another bolt of pain radiated through me. Oh baby. I guess you're into that, I don't know. Anyway. I need to stop doing random shit this early in the morning. I lay still for what seemed like ages, but in reality it was only about 5 minutes. The snow swirled around me and heavier now. I don't know why I saw the and there, but there wasn't an and. Then, I thought I heard the sound of an approaching vehicle. Listening closely, again, the fuck's up with all these commas? Can I just point something out?
Yeah.
This author in particular wants to get a children's book published. And you want to walk around. Honey, I hate to tell you this, but unless you can properly realize how to use a fucking comma, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, there's some unnecessary commas.
There's also unnecessary ands and buts.
Needs to notes. Needs to learn how to use semicolon. Needs to learn how to use complex sentences. Because all I see is compound.
All of these are run-ons. Dear God. Okay. Okay. Listening closely, I realized that it was a large vehicle coming from Newtown. I have to stop it, or it'll run over me. You don't need to add a comma there. You don't need to add a comma there. You can just put the or, and it'll still make sense. Using all my remaining strength, I grabbed my torch and I flicked it on. Then, holding it up high as I could, I began to flick the switch on and off, flashing out. You see why I say it's a run-on?
Yeah.
Okay, honey. You're beginning to get to be Carol levels of scary. You don't want to be compared to someone who writes child savior poorly.
They're not there yet. It's not terrible writing. Like the wording's actually pretty
Pretty good. Pretty
Yeah,
good. It's just
the wording's just fine. It's just all the unnecessary commas.
It's just like you don't need to use that many commas. I don't know, I guess it's because I'm tired and I can't really like process everything at the moment. I began to flick the switch on and off, flashing out SOS and Morse code. I heard the approaching vehicle slow down and approach with caution. As soon as I heard it stop, I dropped the torch and let my uninjured right arm flop down across my chest. I had no energy left. "It's Mercury!" I heard Norman shout. "And Fireman Sam!" Trevor exclaimed, shocked. "Miss Chin, please keep the kids on the bus and out of the way," Helen instructed. "Bronwyn, come with me. Trevor, do you have any blankets?" "Yes, I always keep one on the bus in case of emergencies." "Good. Bring it with you. I'm going to need your help as well." Helen and Bronwyn knelt down on the snow beside me. Helen felt my wrist for my pulse. "That's a massive compound fracture to his arm," she whispered to Bronwyn. "His pulse is very weak. We need to get him to the hospital quickly. Can you support his head while I remove his helmet?" "Sure." And that's where you take over, Acxra.
Be very careful of his neck. He could have a spinal injury. I felt Bronwyn carefully slip her hands over my neck and Helen unclipped my helmet. She pulled it off easily. I groaned in pain again as Bronwyn gently placed a folded up scarf under my head to help support it. "Thank you for stopping," I muttered weakly. "It's okay, Sam," Helen soothed. "Don't talk, save your strength. You did well sending us that signal with the church. With your church?
Church?
I'm gonna say that from now on. The church. It's just the church. You did well sending us that signal with your torch."
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I was taking a drink and I nearly had a spit take all over the computer. Church. That's where you left off.
Yeah. You did well sending us that signal. Bronwyn added. "We wouldn't have known you were there otherwise." Trevor covered me with his blanket. "What do you need me to do, Helen?" "Stay with Sam and keep talking to him while I radio for help. Let me know once there's any change in his condition." Helen took her handheld radio out of her pocket. She always had it with her now that she was part of the mountain rescue team. I heard her start talking into it. "Tom, it's Helen. I need to get on the Newtown Road as soon as possible. Fireman Sam has had an accident. He needs to be transferred to Newtown Hospital as quickly as possible." "Understood, Helen. I'll be with you shortly." "Thank you. Tom, out." Helen waited a moment before reading again. "Nurse fled to Station Officer Steele." "Reading you, Nurse Flood. I'm attending an accident on Newtown Road. The patient is in critical condition with a compound fracture, and I need help to transfer him to the hospital. Tom Thomas is on his way, but I'll need medical supplies, including morphine, so you can send Penny and Allie to my place first and collect what I'll need." "Of course, but who is the patient?" Helen hesitated before replying. "Fireman Sam." I never heard Station Officer Steele's response, because I chose that moment to finally pass out.
Damn.
Wouldn't it be nice living life like everything was a party? Only 18 years deep and now we're getting started. Finish line clear, so we focused on the target. Wouldn't it be nice if we saturate the market? And wouldn't it be great if we could just simply rage and never think about calm down or act your age? I say hey, hands up, the record plays. Wouldn't it be great if I could live on stage?